Hello, my name is Mars, not to be confused with one of the characters in this very game, and welcome back to I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. We are in our second month, mid-quiet, and before we decide what we're going to do this month, let's walk around and see who there is to talk to. Anemone is hanging out by the sports ball court again. Not surprising. Anemone is bumping a sports ball with her wrists, trying to keep it in the air. Heads up, she shouts, and bumps the ball in your direction. Think fast. Bounce it back. Oh, I got a little toughness. You bounce the ball back and forth with her, trying to see how many times you can rally and keep it going. Anemone tells you about the new sports ball court. A proper regulation-size court, way bigger than the little zero-G one in the stratospheric. Her brother Calm is coaching the junior sports ball team this year. He's so great, she says. He's good at everything, especially spiking. He's coaching me to play awesome like him. You should come join us. Alright, so we unlocked playing sports ball. Anyone else who wants to talk to us? Still can't go out there. There's Dad. Oh, there's Mars. Our best friend. A sharp whistle interrupts your thoughts. Hey, Solana. Mars goes out to you. Come here. I have a job for you. You walk over to Mars, who's sheltering from the snow under the ship's overhang. It's so gross here, she complains. This spark snow would ruin my good clothes. At least on the ship we had climate control. Tammy made me some soy sweets, but there's no way I'm going out in all this weather, she continues. Since you like running around in it, could you fetch them for me? Okay, you're our best friend after all. Good, Mars claps. She's probably just down the hill near our quarters. Mars sighs. She's scared to take more than a few steps from the door. All she wants to do is hide inside and make sweets. Alright, so Tammy is around here. Hey there. Tammy is staring obliviously at the sky, smiling to herself. She startles as you approach. Oh, hello, Solana, she says, putting her hand to her chest. Do you need something? I'm here for Mars's soy sweets. Tammy smiles at you. Oh, it's so nice of you to help out Mars. She's a very important person, you know. She hands you a box wrapped in a pink and yellow scarf. One order of mango soy sweets, made fresh this morning, she says. Please tell Mars that she can have the scarf back, okay? She used some of her kudos to nanoprint it for me because it's so dusty here, but I think I'm getting used to it now. Tammy smiles again and tucks her hair behind her big elven ears. Mars is so cool, she says fondly. Sometimes she's kind of bossy, but I know she really cares too. Yeah, I will say that was not the best first impression we could have possibly gotten from Mars, but you know, the fact that she lent Tammy her scarf is very nice of her. Hey Mars, I got your sweets. Mars puts her hand out expectantly. Give it here. Here it is. I ate them. I ate them all. I want half. Sharing is caring. We get that from Persuasion 5. If you want them, you gotta pay up, and we get that from Persuasion as well. If sharing is caring, then +1 to... Why is there a diamond? +1 to a speech bubble card to the right. Okay. I want half. The audacity. She glares at you and you stare back defiantly. Okay, fine. She eventually relents with a small smile. You did fetch them and all. Yeah, Mars seems like the kind of person who respects people who put up a bit of a fight. Yeah, +2 friendship. You split the box of soy sweets with Mars and eat some with her. They're great. Tammy's a good baker, Mars sighs, but I wish she wasn't so scared of everything here. Sure, the weather is gross, but it's not dangerous. Oh, right. Administrator Seek's looking for someone to do delivery jobs for the depot, she says. I don't want to do it, 'cause, like, ew, running around out there? No. Just go through there, she says, gesturing to the door behind her, and tell them I referred you. Alright. Oh, I think people have more to say if they still have a speech bubble, so Tammy has something to say to us. You see Tammy sitting quietly near the entrance to the lounge. You've known her for, well, your whole entire life. Back on the ship, you used to play with her, were her study partner, or used to tease her? I'd like to think we were friends. She seems like a very sweet person. I think we'd get along. Tammy had the best doll collection. After her mom died, her dad used all his nanoprinter credits to print her a different doll for every month for a whole year. Her ears perk up when she sees you. Oh, hello, Solana. Her voice is soft and dreamy, like a beam of starlight. Do you want to play dolls? I sure do. We got empathy and friendship with Tammy. You don't think Tammy will ever be too old to play with dolls. If anything, she has even more of them now. She takes it to her quarters and brings out the entire Spacey Stacy doll collection, a disturbingly realistic baby with real bowel movements, and two super fancy posable dolls named Lily and Tilly, who can be programmed to move on their own. Tammy isn't very good at the programming, so Lily and Tilly just roll around awkwardly when you turn them on. You cover quickly by saying they must be breakdancing at the club. The two of you spend the afternoon making up stories of their rise to stardom as professional dancers. Oh, I love Tammy. I kind of want to prioritize her over Mars now. She's so sweet. Oh. Alright, Dad wants to talk to us. And Mom. Both our parents. Hello, my little potato. Your dad exclaims, smiling warmly. What have you been up to today? Just hanging with my friends. That Cal's a good boy, he says. And have you seen Anemone? She's been out by the garrison playing sports ball. I think she spent every day outside since we landed. He chuckles to himself. Guess that's what happens when you've got enough brothers to make your own sports ball team. He breathes deeply and looks fully around. Vertumna is magnificent, isn't it? You nod. Seasons, he shouts, throwing his hands wide. I missed seasons. Back on Earth it got much, much colder, and the snow wasn't half as pretty as our spark snow. He sighs, stretching. You just wait until dust season. Both the suns will be high in the sky and it'll be real hot then, you'll see. Alright, Mom? You find your mom hard at work setting up the greenhouses with a small construction crew. You've seen these plants pinned to the wall of your family's quarters for years now. These geodesic domes will house the more delicate plants from Earth. Spinach, tomatoes, maybe even fruit. She takes a swig from her canteen as you approach. Looking for something to do? She asks. Remember, Solana, you're responsible for your own schedule now that we've landed. You can decide how to spend your time, so long as it's productive. She points towards the engineering wing, in the back half of the stratospheric severed frame. Professor Hal's still expecting you in class, but a well-rounded education includes practical application. You're old enough to help with the work around here. She claps her hand on your shoulder. I've got another minute. Anything you need to know? Geoponics? What are you doing in geoponics? She looks down and nudges at a sprout growing between her feet. It's green, the color of earth plants. We're doing our best, she says, but it hasn't been easy. I just hope the potatoes and corn can handle the weather here, she says, glancing up the sky. I hear it rains like hell in the wet season. She takes a long look at you up and down. You're growing fast, Solana, but you're still too young for real farming. Instead, well, there's a lot of soil that needs to be hauled. So it sounds like working in geoponics will probably help us with toughness more than biology. Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize we could hover and see exactly what these things are. Persuasion, charisma, creativity is what it sounds like. Bravery, what it sounds like. I guess they're all what they sound like. Seeing your disappointment, she nudges you on the shoulder. Don't pout. It'll help build those muscles. You'll need them now that we're out in the real world doing real work. Out here, we have to rely on our physical strength. She flexes her biceps. Your mom is really strong. What's going on in command? I think Seek said they need to deliver supplies from the depot. They're also setting up a shop there if you got some kudos to spend. And of course, that's where Governor Udicott works. But you shouldn't bother her. She's a busy woman and doesn't have your mother's patience with kids. You try not to giggle. Your mom isn't usually known for her patience. Engineering? Hal's teaching classes on life science, engineering, and humanities. If you pass all your tests, maybe he'll let you work there in a few years. Your father thinks you're old enough that school is optional. I don't agree, but I'll be honest with you, she says, gesturing to the fields. We do need every pair of hands we can get. If you want to work with me here in geoponics, I suggest studying life science. If you don't have a good grasp of biology and ecology, I'm going to stick you on shovel duty. What's in the quarters? If you need a break, you can visit the lounge and see your friends. But, she warns, raising a finger, I don't want to see you lounging around all the time. You need to work hard too. The garrison. Security Chief Rhett is organizing a sports ball team. You used to play, didn't you, back on the ship? It'll be different here with the planet's gravity. Of all the adults in the colony, Rhett and your mom are the most like soldiers you'd see in a holovid. For a moment, you think your mom's going to suggest something else, then she shakes her head. You're too young for defense training, so don't worry about that yet. Just enjoy yourself and stay out of trouble. And expeditions. Oh, you're too young to leave the colony. It's dangerous. She shakes her head. Your father would be worried. There's so much we still don't know about the world out there. Let the adults find out. Then maybe you can join them in a few years, when you're older. She gives you a stern look. She isn't going to budge on this one. For now, stay inside the walls. Okay, bye. Alright. I'm gonna do something in settings. Hold on. Audio. There was this constant music. I'm gonna turn music on because it's very quiet in some of these moments. And it's still quiet. Maybe that didn't do anything. Oh. Hey, Dis. Dare you to eat this worm. Becoming a carnivore. Alright, we can still talk to people even though they don't have stuff active. Okay. Hey, Solana, Mars says, looking you up and down with a sneer. Your shoes are gross. That's what you get for walking around in the dirt out there. She sniffs. Not me. I'm sticking to the ship until they pave over all that icky mud. You wonder if maybe she's scared of more than just getting dirty. Okay. So, I think that we can do things with people if they don't have the speech bubble, but we need a lot. Is there anything we can do with empathy? We need a lot of stat. No. I do have... Yeah, okay, we can do this. Tammy's dad is the head of expeditions, which means he's out surveying the jungle every day. This morning you see her crying in the doorway as she leaves. I don't like it when he goes out there. She sniffs after he is gone. But he is so brave, and so are you. That's why I like you, Solana. Oh, we get another sharing is caring. Perform a random act of kindness. Alright, we got friendship with Tammy, more empathy, and another sharing is caring. You start simple. You give Tammy an enormous hug, sharing the love. Tammy gets a lot of hugs, but you make sure this one feels special. She hugs you back, wiggling back and forth happily. She's surprisingly strong. Thanks, Solana, she says breathlessly as you squeeze the wind out of her a little. I really, really needed that. Oh, before you go, she adds, and produces a box with a slice of cake in it from the folds of her skirt. Do you want this cake? They're so fun to make, but I need someone to help me eat them. I'll make you another on your birthday if you like, and we can trade hugs for cakes again. Alright. What was that? Was that another piece of gear? No, it was a collectible. Gifts are one-use items. Okay. I don't know what to do with that. Alright. I think we've talked with everyone we can. I'm sure we can't do whatever Anemone wants us to do. Yeah, she wants us to train. I don't want to go to school, Anemone pouts, but I guess we have to. You know how to get there, right? Through the door in the engineering wing behind me. You know, the big thing with the rockets on top? She laughs. I was confused too at first. I'd never seen the ship from the outside before. Alright. Alright, let's see what there is to do everywhere. We can play sports ball. Get bravery, toughness, friendship with Anemone, and a little bit of stress. All right. Life sciences. We could do that again. Study humanities. We could relax. Our stress is pretty high, but I think we can stand to do a little more. Oh, Tammy has more to say. Tammy beams when she sees you, like there's nothing better in the world than the sight of your face. Happy birthday, Solana, she exclaims. She comes in for a huge hug. She smells so nice, like vanilla and flowers, and she's really good at hugs. This is for you, Tammy says. Oh, another cake? Great. She steps back and reaches into one of the many deep pockets of her dress, producing a little paper box. I made you this, she laughs, opening it to reveal a little snack-sized cake. Is this an event that was supposed to happen last month? Because that's when our dad wished us happy birthday. It's been a month since then. You're a little off. You're a little belated, Tammy, but it's fine. It's only a soy cake, but it's a soy cake made just for you. You take a bite. Okay, it tastes just like a regular soy cake, too. Tammy did what she could with what the colony has. Tammy watches you eat the cake with a look of delighted satisfaction. You can share it if you want, she hints, smiling sweetly. If that would make you happy, I will share it. Tammy laughs. I was just kidding. I made my own, silly Billy, she says, pulling out a second box. Let's eat them together. Alright, so we can relieve stress in there. Apply to deliver supplies. Okay. That's what Mars wants us to do. Or we could work in hydroponics, which would also give us toughness. And friendship with Cal. And kudos. Alright, do we want to try life sciences again? I feel like I want to be a more intellectual Solana. So let's study life sciences again. Engineering classes, we need more reasoning for that. You learn about Vertumnan geology by comparing various rock samples from Earth to ones from Vertumna, placing them on the Mohs hardness scale. The Earth samples are so weird and gray compared to the pinks, purples, yellows, and teals collected by the surveyors. Earth must have been a dull place. Alright. Alright. Is that a flush? Because, yes, flush of 2. And this gives +1 to this. And then... Nice! Super goal! Nice! Yay! And we lost kudos, but we didn't have any to begin with. More biology. Nice. Ooh, we got +2 from one challenge in Super Goal. So now how much do we have in biology? 7. Not much. 1 reasoning. More stress. And we lost kudos, but we didn't have any. Oh, we look upset. This week you had a few more bouts of deja vu, remembering what somebody is about to say or do just before they do it. Sometimes they actually do it, but not always. This morning, you were sure Professor Hal was going to trip on the uneven floor in the cafeteria and spill his plate of hash browns. You even told Mars to watch. He didn't, though. As Professor Hal walked away, his hash browns safe for today, Mars called you a liar and a dummy. Geez, she's mean. I kind of regret choosing her as my best friend. At night, your dreams are all mixed up with stuff that you know can't be real. You're chased by monsters the size of buildings, only to be saved by strange people you've never met. You're holding hands with someone you love. You're crying as you help lift a shrouded body into the colony recycler. Ooh. Recycler. Everything seems so familiar, but when you try to recall their faces when you wake up, they're smeared in your memory like wet paint. That looks like what Tammy might grow up into. She has the same ears. But what if those things haven't happened yet, but they will someday? Anytime you try to tell someone, they think you're playing a trick, or that you're sick or need to go to med bay. You eventually decide to stay quiet about your strange dreams. Why? You don't want people to worry. You just want to be normal. Secret powers are fun. I don't want people to worry. Your parents have so much on their minds already. You have a feeling that something is happening at Geoponics that they don't want you to know. You don't understand it, but when they come home at night, they look really sad. You don't want to make that worse. If you just keep going to classes and staying out of trouble, it'll be easier for everyone, yourself included. Alright. Next month, late quiet. Oh, hey, Tangent. Tangent is hunched over her hollow palm, frowning and poking angrily at the air. She speaks without looking up at you. Professor Howell wants us to prep a list of native flora with pictures. There should be a catalog in the colony holonet, but I can't find it anywhere. I'll help you find the catalog. What do we get? Organizing. You launch your own holopalm and set searching the colony's holonet archives for a list of autumnal plants and animals. 10 minutes later, you find it buried under survey logistics in the expedition's net. Anemone passes by and pulls a face at the two of you. Hey, hollow nerds, she shouts. School's over. Come play sports ball in the sunshine. Tang just rolls her eyes. Alright. Anemone doesn't have anything new to say. Alright, people are hanging out in the same spots they've been in before. Oh! Who's this? Cal? Cal is riding around the geoponics gardens on his hoverboard. The board comes to a sudden shuddering stop on the rocky ground in front of you. Cal falls off, but catches his balance before he eats dirt. Hi, Solana. Real ground is way harder to hover on than ship floors. There are bumps everywhere. Maybe hoverboards don't work outside? Oh, they totally do, Cal exclaims. I've been all over the place on this thing. Hovering outside is rad. Look at this. He runs over into a small depression on a nearby hill and presents it like it's something amazing. Look at this. It's a skate bowl. A what now? Like it's all round and the sides go up? Cal gestures to the bowl. So you can do hover tricks? He jumps on his board and shows you how it's done. Should we try it? Or watch him? I don't think we're a very, physically gifted child, so I'm just gonna watch him. Oh, our stress went down a little bit. And it looks like it went over the 75 threshold, and that changed our portrait. Okay. You spend a lazy hour watching Cal ride around the bowl, trying to do tricks and sometimes even landing them. Mostly he falls off, but he's right back on a moment later. The air is so fresh and nice out here, and it's weird experiencing temperature. You start to get a little chilly as the first sun goes down and the slightly cooler, more blue sun rises. Cal, of course, doesn't notice at all. Alright. What can we do with people? Oh, biology. Have you tried standing in mud yet? It's the best, most amazing feeling I've ever felt. You look down and sure enough, Cal's feet are bare and muddy as heck. Dirt and grass feel neat too, he continues. Sometimes the rocks hurt, but Mom says I'll build calluses. You should try it. I'd love to give him a fun nature fact, but I don't have any. Hey, Dad. How's my cheeky tomatillo? What's up? I can't help with animals. Alright, we can ask her all this stuff again. But I doubt anything's changed. Alright, it looks like they all take the same thing no matter what. Garrison, it's all gonna be the same. I think we can probably accrue a little more stress before it becomes a real problem and we have to rest. Um, maybe I want to study humanities too, in addition to life sciences. How much would we lose? Oh, we would lose 100% stress. That might be something we want. I did think I wanted to lose all my stress. First of all, do I have toughness 10? I do not. Oh, I have organizing 10. Okay. Would delivering supplies? I can apply to deliver supplies, but that doesn't mean I do deliver supplies. Chief Administrator Seek greets you at the depot. They look you up and down. Solana. You have never struck me as particularly responsible or organized, but children never are. What makes you think you'd be a good fit for the position of courier? He didn't realize there was going to be a job interview. But I am organized. Cleaning your bedroom once in a while isn't the same thing, Seek sneers. But, lucky for you, you're the only applicant this week. You've got the job, for now anyway. They use their elegant stylus to note this on their hollow palm. Come back in a few minutes and you can help make deliveries. Yes, there will be kudos in it for you if you do it correctly. Alright. And how much stress would that give me? A little bit of stress, but some kudos too. Perception. Okay. So I could deliver supplies because that doesn't give me too much stress. I'm probably going to want to rest next time after this month, but I can accrue a little bit more. School adds a lot of stress, and I was able to unlock this. Actually, let's compare it to hydroponics or geoponics. What would I get from geoponics? Just toughness. And more stress than this. Yeah, I can deliver supplies. How about it? Seek sends you all around the colony delivering supplies. During your first week, it's mostly small things you can carry by hand or push on a little cart. Stuff like tools and electronics. Some are high priority, which means you have to move fast. Oh, we lost stress. It's fun getting to yell important delivery coming through, and people actually get out of the way. Alright. Looking for more difficulty? This harder card challenges option will keep you on your toes. Want to focus on the story? This will replace future minigames with a quick coin flip based on your age and skills. You can change any option from any time in the settings menu. No, I don't need harder ones yet. Alright, the goal is 6. I think I can get 6. Lose some stress. Alright, that would have us win. Now, if I swapped these, what would that do? I would win by a little more. Okay. Yay. Alright, we got more organizing, more perception, a little bit of money, and we lost a little bit of stress. I mean, I think overall we gained, but not as much as we could have. Alright. Let's do one more month, how about it? Early pollen. Alright. People have moved around a little, it seems. Ooh, there's an egg. You find a hefty red Xeno egg. Nice. No one really has anything new to say. I have... Tangent, what do you want? Oh, we can give someone a gift? I'm sorry, I can't talk right now, Tangent says, brushing you off. I'm working on my science fair project. We're going to show them off during the Vertumnalia Festival, which will be held in Dust. I have very little time. Please leave me alone. Alright, we need a reasoning 20 to study with her. And we have a gift we can give someone? Is this a one-use item? Are these cards that we have? I don't really understand. Can we give someone a gift? I feel like Cal would like a Xeno egg. Cal runs up to you, streaked from foot to neck with purple dirt. There's so much space. Me and Anemone just ran for 20 minutes and we never ran down the same path twice. He leans over and braces his hands on his knees, breathing heavily. Hoo-wee, she's so fast. Alright, we got some friendship. Is that an alien egg? Cal exclaims. Wow, I wonder what's inside it. If it's still warm, maybe we can hatch it. He lifts it up and scrutinizes it. Anemone's always talking about wanting to eat a big ol' alien egg, he says. If this one's not fertilized, I'll give it to her. Alright, Anemone likes red Xeno eggs. Where can we see that information? Under friends? Oh wow. There are a lot of people we can... Her friend, I guess. She likes red Xeno eggs, okay. And then we can see more information about them. Who would like cake? Tammy gave us... Oh, Tammy is short for aspartame? This are some weird names, man. Alright. Geranium is our dad. And... Oh, Flulu is our mom. Okay. Can we give someone some cake? We got the cake from Tammy, so I doubt she would want it. We know that Mars likes cake. I found something you might like. A cake. Mars takes it from you without really looking at it. Thanks. Great. Okay. Alright. No one else really wants to talk to us, so I think we're gonna rest for a bit. Let's relax. The lounge is a long, well-lit hall along the outer hull of the ship's midsection. It's strewn with tables and cushions and serves as a communal living room for the tiny one-room spaces every family is assigned. You'll flap down into the lounge's big beanbag pile with some of the other kids. Cal has a dazed, peaceful look on his face. The air smells so good on Vertumna, and so does the dirt even. You notice his clothes are filthy, but obviously Cal couldn't care less. Anemone bounces in. Holy crap! There's so much space to run around and play in. Com and Chief Rhett set up an outdoor sports ball court, and it's way huger than the old one on the ship. Tangent carefully selects one cushion from the pile and perches on it. I'm getting the feeling that they expected us to do this right away and skip school in the first month. The school is expanding to some of the empty engineering bays, she tells you, and we're getting a big new lab to do experiments using the local resources. There's so much to learn about this planet. Anemone rolls her eyes, but Tang continues. We shouldn't forget our studies just because we've landed, she says primly. Alright, so agreeing with Tang, agreeing with Cal, agreeing with Anemone, or I miss space. Tammy would probably like that. I do kind of want to explore the jungle. But we're studious. Tang's right, school is important. And Tammy liked that too. Tammy nods in agreement. It's scary out there, she mumbles. I'm going to stay close to our quarters for now. You've had less of the deja vu dreams come to life feeling this week, and you're starting to think you've even imagined it. But suddenly you get a prickling sensation in the back of your neck, and remember that Mars is about to enter the lounge and tell everyone to look outside. You stare at the door. Mars walks through it as if on cue. OMG, everybody look outside. They're hoisting a flag over command, she says, clapping her hands excitedly. You know what that means, right? She stands tall with her hands on her hips. Vertumna is officially humanity's first exocolony ever. You look out at the flag, feeling dizzy, and silently mouth the words along to what she says next. You remember this moment so well. "This is history, kid," she exclaims, wrapping anemone and tangent under each arm. "And we were there." Alright, we took the month off. Oh, and we get friendship with Tammy by relaxing. Which color do we have more of? I don't want to get rid of a giggling. Let's forget crawling. Yes. Let's build up on yellow. You wake from an afternoon nap. You squint into the pink-tinged light slanting through the windows. You must have fallen asleep in the lounge. Tammy's shadow falls across your nest of pillows. "Oh, I'm sorry, Solana," she says, giggling. "I didn't mean to wake you up. It's just so nice outside, with pollen sparkling in the sunlight. I wanted to open the windows." You rub your eyes blearily. Ugh, you were having the weirdest dream. Since you're awake, you should visit the cafeteria. Auntie Seaton is making a new kind of candy. She says it's made of cotton. Isn't that weird? I have to go tidy the creche first, then I'll meet you there. Save some for me, okay? Tammy skiffs off toward the creche, humming to herself. "I want that free candy. I'm a kid." Clear-minded, you've got no stress or worries. 10% chance to get a bonus +1 when increasing skills. Oh, that's a good bonus to have. In the cafeteria, Auntie Seaton is cheerfully handing out masses of pink candy, puffy and soft like clouds. "Oh, Solana," she says, handing you a wand with some candy spun around the end. "Here, try some of this. We used to have it on Earth." You pull off a piece and give it a taste. It's so sweet at first that your mouth puckers. You've never tasted anything so sweet and so real. It's not at all like the soy sweets that the kitchen nanoprinter can make. It melts in your mouth, leaving a gritty residue on your tongue. You wait until everyone is gone, but Tammy never shows up. You look down at the cotton candy in your hands. It's wilted a little from the humidity, but it's kind of like her hair, you think. Pale pink and so soft. You keep some to give her later. You're relaxing in your family's quarters after dinner. Your mom had to run off on some kind of council business, so you and your dad are playing a holo game together. When you're just about ready to head off to bed, your mom returns. You can tell from the defeated slant of her shoulders that something has gone terribly wrong. Your dad starts to ask her what's happened, but she waves him away and approaches you. She sits down and takes your hand, holding it between her two strong, dirt-creased ones. "Solana, I'm so sorry to have to tell you this," she starts. Her mouth quivers as she swallows, working on her next words. "There was an accident this afternoon. In the creche." "Your friend Tammy has died? What? Is there a way to prevent that?" What?" You try to understand her words. Tammy? Dead? That's not possible. You suddenly remember the cotton candy you were saving to give Tammy. Pink and fluffy, just like her hair. You put your hand in your pocket to get it, but what comes out is a sticky, dark red lump of hard goo. You stare at it, your mind blank. You're mourning the loss of a loved one. All skill increases reduced by 1 for 3 months, and some jobs and actions can't be performed. Why did this happen? Is this because of something we did? Could we have prevented this? Is it because I was getting close to her? What happened? Your mom tells you, as simply as possible, that Tammy was killed by an electric shock from a broken holo projector. It was just an accident. You press her for more, for an explanation. A little girl is dead. Someone you'd grown up with, someone so much like you. She wasn't sick or anything. You just saw her this morning. She was right there. Why? Your mom's eyes are sad when she tells you. Sometimes, there's just no reason why. You aren't used to dealing with death, and you don't know what you're supposed to say or do. You sort of mumble, okay. They get changed and crawl into bed a full hour before your bedtime. You try to fall asleep, but you toss and turn for hours. You eventually drift off to fitful dreams of that small, sticky red lump of cotton candy. Okay. God, I really wasn't expecting that. I don't think I've even reached sad yet. I'm just shocked. God. And I'm really wondering, was that caused by me somehow? I mean, I know our mother told us sometimes there is no reason. But Tammy has an adult design. We saw it in one of those deja vu dreams. So it's not like this is something that can happen every single time. I'm just a little speechless. Well, we're in mourning now. Let's see. Killed by an electric shock when you were 10. Oh, that's so sad. It must be that this happens to whoever you are getting close to. I see that Cal has something he wants to say to me, but I think I'm gonna end this episode here. Oh, I'm gonna take some time to recover from that. Until next time, though, I have been Mars, and I will be back with more I Was a Teenage Exocolonist.